Good part of the day, my dear digital friends. Happy Sunday. It is 12:13, a little bit past noon, and I've decided to see you. I haven't seen you for a long time, and today I want to continue communicating with you, my dear digital friends. So Anna Dieter is here, and I would like you to ask any questions if you are interested in taking care of your life, in getting rid of stuttering, stammering, cluttering, or whatever you call it. If you are just having a hard time communicating with other people, if you really struggle when you talk to people, when you call it stuttering, stammering, whatever you call it. If you can speak just fine alone, but begin to struggle when you are in front of other people, I am here for you because I do have a perfect solution for you to finally take care of your speech, to finally stop wasting your life on trying for years. Maybe some of you are doing it for years to somehow deal with this problem. Okay, hi Mahmoud, thank you for saying hello. So the topic for today's session is actually, I didn't set up anything specific, but I would like to share with you with the information. Let me look. The very last post I made on Instagram. Let me see what I have there. Okay, I get it. So on Instagram, if you're watching me on Instagram, you can simply see my latest post, which is the picture of a gentleman holding a lot of money, and just he looks like he doesn't want to give this money to someone else. So I posted this little picture. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Okay, I posted this little picture, and let's see if I can share this image. Share video file. I'm not going to share a video file. I don't know. Hi, Dr. Anna. Hi, Osama. Osama, I'm not a doctor. This is very important for you to know. I'm not a doctor. I am a teacher. A teacher. I've been teaching people of different age for my entire life. I am simply a teacher, not a doctor. And you know why it is very important for you to know about me? It's very simple, because you are not a sick patient. You are not ill. You are not sick. This is why. If you simply have difficulty speaking, it only means that you need some guidance of a teacher, not a doctor. You're not ill. Nothing is broken in you. Nothing is sick. Do you understand this? You simply need the direction, the guidance of a teacher. Okay? So I am here to answer any of your questions. Okay, good teacher. God bless you. Thank you so much, Osama. And guys, if you have any questions about, of course, the topic that I am very passionate about, okay, if you want to know what is normal speech, if you want to know what is stuttering, I am here to answer any question. And of course, the most important is I'm here to simply help you understand, help you understand that you are not anything but simply a normal person, healthy person with perfect body and mind, you simply need a guidance of a teacher. Okay? So let's continue. Oh, sorry guys, on Instagram, I see your questions here. Mahmoud wrote, I heard your song on YouTube. Yes, this is the song because I am, you know what, guys, I'm 63 years old, not yet. I'm going to be 63 in December. But I want you guys to understand it. And this is why I'm doing my best using the tools that you, people who stutter, young people who stutter, understand. I'm now getting on TikTok. I am doing it on YouTube. I'm doing it everywhere. You gotta understand. I want you to understand that you don't need any doctor's help, any therapist's help. You need the guidance of a teacher. This is why I made that short video, 15 seconds. Actually, I had a lot of fun recording it. But thank you very much. Give me your feedback. Mahmoud, how did you like my my latest song that you saw on YouTube, and some people see it on Instagram, some on TikTok, like everywhere. Okay, so give me a feedback. Did you understand why every person who stutters simply needs the guidance of a teacher, not a therapist, not cure, not treatment, only the guidance of a teacher? See, I've repeated it 100 times, but I mean it. I want you to understand it. Okay, Osama wrote, I have stuttered when I want, okay, I have a stutter when I want to say as book red in my mind, red color. I said book, Osama, I understand. So if you want to say this word correctly, number one, you need to know why you're doing it. Why? Do you know why you're saying this word in this way? Do you know this? And if you do not say it correctly, it means you don't know how to say it like all people on the planet do, all normal people on the planet do it. They never do because is not the correct movement of the tongue. The correct movement of the tongue is red. There are two movements of the tongue that normal people make when they say the word red. Just repeat after me. Red. Not but red. Red. The two movements of the tongue. And the moment, it's okay, Osama wrote, sorry about my poor English. Listen, my English is also not perfect. I speak English as a second language. So what? Okay? Don't apologize for this. And I really admire the courage of people who ask questions, even though they worry about their grammar in English, spelling, and so what? The stupidest question, the dumbest question is the one that has never been asked. If you don't ask your question, then you played dumb. You played stupid. Okay? So you want to be smart, ask your questions. So Osama, I was telling you that, yes, if you are not making the correct movements of your tongue, if instead of re, you're saying you don't need to go to the doctor. You simply need to go to a teacher in front of you. That teacher, I will show to you what movements of the tongue all people on the planet are making. All people, not just you, not just me, all other people on the planet. Do you understand me? So, and the moment you learn how to make the movements of your tongue for the word red, you will just do it. You will never ever do it incorrectly. And if you do make a mistake, yeah, we do make mistakes sometimes, it's never going to be a problem for you because you will immediately fix it and begin doing it correctly, the way all people on the planet do. You know how, for example, when we are typing the word, let's say I'm going to type red. What letters will I type with my fingers? I will type letter R, letter E, and letter D, right? 3 letters. I'm going to make 3 movements of my tongue, R, E, D, right? What will happen if by accident I will push not the R key, but something like right next to it? I will make a typo. I will make a mistake. So what will I do? Or what will you do if you make a typo? You will simply backspace, right? Go back, fix it, and continue. This is what I teach. Speaking is exactly the same. The only difference is when we speak, we don't move our hand or fingers. We move our tongue, nothing else. Okay? So, and if you ever make a typo, not a problem. You can always go back, fix it, and continue. But I'm talking now about the person who knows what movements of the tongue all people on the planet make to say the word red. Okay? Unfortunately, people who stutter do not know it. They don't. That's why they struggle. Okay, 36 or some, I don't know what 36 means. Doctors said your mind is very well. Of course, your mind is well in terms of the brain. You probably are confused between the brain and the mind. You need to understand the brain is just a piece of your body. It's like part of the computer. The brain is like a hard memory disk, hard drive. Okay? But the information that is in your brain that you store on this hard drive, this information is called the mind. Your brain is 100% perfect, but the mindset is very much wrong. The mindset, the information that you have in your brain, you store in your brain, is wrong. You unfortunately believe a lot of misinformation, a lot of wrong information. And this is why you struggle. This is why you struggle. Okay? So hard for me, yeah. Like doctor. Okay. Good morning, ma'am. Hi, good morning, GK Tutorials. Hi, interesting name. Guys, you can go ahead and ask your questions. It's your day. I don't go live too often these days because I'm really busy communicating with people individually. Okay, Shifahat wrote, hi, ma'am. My question is, what's the difference between stuttering and stammering? No difference. No difference. It's the same words, the same confusing words. Stuttering, stammering, cluttering, mumbling, stumbling. These words are all the same. They indicate incorrect movements of the tongue, incorrect lack of coordination between our mind, our body. So perfect parts of your body and perfect brain. Of course, it's part of the body. That's what it is. And all these words, if you listen carefully, stuttering, stammering, stumbling, stupor, all these words begin with the same two letters, right? ST, if we write these words. They all have exactly the same movement of our tongue. It's stop, stop, stop. And guess what it is? It's the root of the word stop. Stop. Whether you call it stuttering, stammering, stumbling, stopping, it's all the same. It's about stopping your tongue from movement. Or using your tongue, of course, in a wrong way, and the tongue stops, of course. Or just any other mental misinformation that you keep, it also makes you stop speaking, stop your tongue to move, okay? Let me see. God bless you. Thank you so much, Mahmoud. Okay, Vamsi. It's Vamsi. I can speak one word at a time when I'm alone, but get blocked while trying to speak the same in front of people. Even though I try to concentrate on just the words, it's just not happening. Vamsi, if you are the same Vamsi that I know, okay, write to me if you're the same Vamsi that I know. If you are, then you know what to do. If you are not, then just tell me I'm not Vamsi that talked to you, that worked with you. Okay, I want session. Adil Xavier wrote, I want session. Of course, Adil, yeah. So send me. Okay, all you do to have a session with me is, number one, the first step. You need to go to livestutterfree.info and watch about 30-minute webinar. It says 45 trial session on Zoom meeting. I get it. I get it. So what you need to do, trial session. Before you have any sessions with me, you need to come to me and have a free session. This is how I work, because I cannot work with any student until I see the student. I see what the problem is, what your blocks are. Then you decide whether you want a trial session, whether you want 1-day session, 3-day session. You make a decision after we talk freely. I will see you on Zoom or Skype, but the first step, you need to watch my webinar. Adil Xavier, have you watched my webinar? Have you? Answer my question. Okay, GK tutorials, brain, tongue, lungs, these are main parts to speak as you explain. Can you please explain again? Of course. It's very simple. When we speak, we are using a so-called speech instrument. It's a musical instrument, and it's built inside of our body. Okay? So, and as any musical instrument, it has several parts. So our wind instrument also has several parts. One of the part of the wind instrument is what? I'll show you the model of our speech instrument. Here it is. You see this? Speech instrument. It's very similar to, practically the same to the speech instrument we have inside. So here is the container with air, right? This is our lungs. When we squeeze our lungs, we push the whatever is in our lungs, and the carbon dioxide gas that is inside gets squeezed out of the lungs, and it goes up, 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 up through the speech pipe and comes out from the exit hole of the instrument. See, that's what it is. So your lungs are simply a container of the air. Okay, simply the container, air container. And guess what? We always have it. We always have, hi Priyanka, thank you for joining. See Priyanka and everyone else, see this? When our lungs get squeezed, it happens exactly what happens to this thing, to this bicycle horn. Look, see? Our bicycle horn just said something. I'm just trying to move it the way you can see. And then, do we need to do anything to fill the air container with air? Do we need to do anything? Look, I'm going to do it again. We say something, and then what? God, I'm just looking at two screens. We don't need to do anything. Our lungs work just like a pump. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see it? So I hope I'm explaining it correctly. I mean, in an easy way. And of course, after the carbon dioxide is moving through our pipe. What's in the way of this pipe in our mouth? What do we have? The tongue. Right? So when the tongue works like a valve, it's regulating the airflow. It's regulating where the flow of gas should go, where the flow of gas should rub in our mouth inside of the instrument. So Mr. Tongue is the most important part of the instrument. And the brain is just the place where we keep the memory of words, right? It's not just in the brain, but we keep information about the words, the names of the things we see around. Of course, we remember it in the brain. We also remember it in the tongue. We also remember it in our mind. Our brain is part of the body. Our mind is information. Okay, I hope you understand it. Okay, Asama, did you understand my explanation? I kind of gave you the overview. The brain is the storage, memory storage. Storage where we store information about the names of the speech subjects. What I mean by speech subject, if I look at this, I remember it, my mind, it's in my mind, my brain stores the information. I know that this is supposed to be called a pen. So this is information, we keep it in our memory, and our memory is in our brain. Storage room, that's what they say, okay? So the other part of the speech instrument, I mean, it's not even the part of the instrument. It's the brain, it's not part of the instrument. You can speak even if you don't know anything. It's very interesting what I just said. Because if you when you were a young boy or girl, you were just born, what did you say when you came out from your mom, out of your mom? You said, ah, right? You were speaking. That was your very first speech in your life. Ah, right? So why didn't you say, hello, mom, good to see you, hi? Why didn't you say that? Because there was no names. Your memory was empty. Your mind didn't have this information. Do you understand me? So this is why your brain is actually not even a part of speaking. It's not a part of the instrument. Okay? But of course, we need to know words. We need to learn words so we would know what to say. Okay? So if you do not understand what I said, you need to come to me personally, because what I am usually saying here live, I don't know who is listening to me. I don't know what your problem is, what your blocks are. Maybe you don't need the information I'm sharing with you right now, but you need something else. This is what, yes, okay, GK, thank you very much for your explanation. My pleasure, my dear. This is my job. I'm always explaining everything I know to people. Okay, Adil Xavier, you wrote here, thanks, not yet. So do this, and then, wait, after you have done this, after you have watched my webinar, you can schedule a free 45-minute video call with me so I could see you, I could understand what your problem is and what you need to do. I could actually give you the options, because there are several options I offer today to people who start, how they can join my class. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. Okay, guys, you are watching me but not asking questions. So because you're not, I am going to talk about the recent poll, or the recent message I've received. So let me go. I'm going to go to my Skype. That's where I received the message from one person who I communicated with. Okay. I've communicated with this person not a long time ago. I talked to him on a Zoom call. And right after we finished our conversation, he contacted me through Skype, and in some time, he simply wrote me this message. Hi, Anna. After a bit of deliberation, I've decided to wait until I can afford the program on my own. So maybe right now is not the right time. The consultation definitely helped me gain a new perspectives. Right now, I know that that was exactly what I was looking for. So thank you, Anna. I will definitely invest in your course. Thank you so much, and good luck with everything. That was the message I received from a person who I communicated with for 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. And I actually really would like to ask this person, do you really want to get rid of stuttering? Or you're just pretending that you want it? The reason I am saying this, because if you want to fix your life, You do not need to wait until your life is over. You gotta understand that life, real life, is happening only now. There is no other time but the present moment. I wanted just to scream back to him, hey, listen, guy, life is something that we have now. If we are struggling now, why wait for the right time? When the right time is gonna come? When? In weeks? In months? In years? When? When people write to me in this way, I only understand, this for me is indication. I don't really need to get rid of stuttering. I'm fine. The way my life is going on right now, it's fine. I don't need to do anything. So basically, people who are not really into getting rid of stuttering, they're just talking about it. They're just pretending that they want to get rid of stuttering. They're talking about it because they want other people to feel sorry about them. Basically, this is some kind of a manipulation, the way I see it. You manipulate the way you're living your life. Why do I mean it? What do I mean? When people say, I want to fix my problem, but they say, but this is not the right time for me to fix it, then you don't want to fix it. Then you're pretty comfortable living with the problem. You want to ask others around you to make phone calls for you. You want them to feel sorry for you. You want them to support you, maybe financially, because you keep telling them, oh, I'm poor, I'm sick, I cannot speak, nobody knows what problem I have. Do you guys understand me? Hope you do. If you want to fix your life, you gotta do it now. This is the reason I have come up with options that are affordable today. It's not a 3-day course, which is, of course, much bigger investment in your life. But I have come up with a much cheaper, much smaller investment. And if you are smart, and if you really want to stop stuttering, then you can. I have created everything for you to really take care of your life. Oh my God, I have a call scheduled in 28 minutes. Okay, thank you. Okay. So let me see. Hi, ma'am. Priyanka. Okay, no questions on Instagram. Let me see on YouTube. Harsh wrote to me. Hi, Harsh. Oh, I think we talked, Harsh, right? I remember your name. I like this name. Sorry, Osama wrote, sorry, teacher Anna, but here in Iraq, no doctor for clear speaking, or I don't understand your writing, sorry. Speech therapy said my problem is never solved in life. Of course. Because they're therapists. Guys, do you understand the word therapist? All therapists are being trained by medical schools. Medical. If you go to a speech therapist, all speech therapists, they've been trained to believe that you, people who stutter, are sick, that something is wrong with your brain, something is wrong with your breathing system, something is wrong with this, with that. physiologically, that you need a cure which doesn't exist. And guess what? Of course, cure for stuttering doesn't exist. Of course. Why? Because you are not sick. There is no sickness to cure. There is no disease to be cured. This is why, this is only one thing that all speech therapists are saying correctly. There is no known cure for stuttering sickness. I'm the only English-speaking person on the planet who can clearly understand. I see it. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people who stutter. None of them are sick. None of them. They all are 100% perfect the way they are. They have a perfectly healthy speech instrument. The tongue, the air container, the lungs, and the brain, the storage for information, where the mindset is being set up by us. Everything is perfect. But unfortunately, what I see that you guys have no idea how to use this perfect body and brain, including brain. You have no idea how to use in coordination for accurate and comfortable production of words. You don't know. This is why you struggle. Okay, someone else wrote on YouTube. Okay, let me wait. Arvin wrote, hi, dear Anna. Hi, Arvin. Yay, thank you so much for joining. Hello there. I bought your book a long time ago. Thank you so much. With all the positions of the mouth, tongue, and so on. I think that I have a very thick tongue. Thick tongue and long, so it closes the airflow. Any tips for that? My dear X, because all I see is just X. And I want you, by the way, understand that the way you call yourself, if you call yourself X, X is just, I'm not here, just exiting. Not exiting, Xing yourself. I'm not here on this planet. I don't exist. That's what you do. That's how you call yourself. X. X. Someone unknown, right? So to answer your question, no, your tongue, of course, is not too thick, is not too long. No, you're simply not moving it correctly. We all have different sizes of the tongue. Look at this little guy on my wall. Okay, I'm going to move Instagram so people could see the picture. Do you see this picture on my wall, people on Instagram? Do you see that parrot? What kind of tongue does this parrot have? Look, if you can see close, it's huge. To compare with the size of the beak is huge. I mean, the beak is very small. The tongue looks like much bigger. But guess what, Mr. X? Parrots are still speaking. No problem. Why? Because even parrots learn and move their tongue in the right direction, and they can speak accurately and with ease any word they heard with their perfect hearing, just like us, just like humans. Parrots can hear, and parrots have the same speech instrument that I demonstrated to you in the beginning. This is why parrots can say any human words, just like us, just like little babies. They listen and they begin moving their tongue to say, to adjust it to saying it accurately. Okay? Mr. X, did you understand? If you want to come to me and see what is it that you're doing with your tongue and learn to do it correctly. See, this is why all these books, I've written many books, but all these books are containing general information. Okay? So general information is not individual. I need to see what is the problem that you have, Mr. X. But the way you asked it, the tip is learn to move your tongue in the right direction. And if you bought this book, I don't know which book you're talking about, the way you described, you bought this book, right, Mr. X? So if you bought this book explains it in little details, in what direction we move our tongue. I explained it, but I'm not sure if you read it. And if you read it, yes. And if you read it, if you understood it, I am not sure. Books are for decoding, okay? We are decoding whatever, every word is just a code, written word, okay? You need to understand it. But if you are reading, for example, if you are reading and you are not understanding some words, if you don't know some words, if you don't know what words mean, it's gonna be like reading the book with holes on the page. Holes. Do you understand this? In order to understand what's written in the book, you need to have a very high level of decoding of written words. I have no idea what your level is. This is why all my books are mostly written for the future Etalon speech educators. I'm really into beginning educating new professionals. Forget about therapists. Forget about doctors, therapists, any type of a therapist. We need speech teachers, and not just speech teachers, not any kind of speech teachers. We need teachers who understand what normal standard speech is and how to teach it. You see, you're looking at one right now. Okay, Mr. X. Okay, Ankit wrote, ma'am, how much time does one need to practice after 3-day course to see consistent result? Let me ask you a question, Ankit. I'm gonna take you back to the picture behind my back on YouTube. You guys can see it. How much time does parrot practice before he or she, whatever, it can say the word? How much time? Do parrots practice? Do birds practice? No. There is no practice. There is only one requirement after the 3-day course. Keep learning words. Learn words. Build a muscle memory for each and every word. For example, someone just asked me a question about the word red. Yes, you need to move. We all need to move our tongue 2 times. Red, 2 times. But how many times are we supposed to move our tongue for other words? Usually when I ask not my students yet, people who come to me, I asked them, how many times do you need to move your tongue to say this word? They go like, I don't know. Or they go like, roll their eyes and go like, begin guessing. This is why you struggle. We don't have time for guessing. We need to know it. Our tongue needs to know it. We need to build the muscle memory of the tongue. There is no practice after graduation, but there is a lot of speaking. A lot of speaking, learning the word, and then go ahead and talking all day long. Do you understand? Okay. Good to see you, Soam. Yeah, good to see you guys here as well. Okay. 1:30. 1:15 is my time. Okay. Same word, one stammer if I, Vamsi. Vamsi, let me look at the picture. No, this is a different Vamsi. Siva. Oh, this is Siva. Sorry, guys. My eyes don't see well. Okay. Same word, one stammer if I talk alone. But if same word in outside, I stammer. Why? It's a very good question, Siva. When you say the same word when you are alone, it means you have guessed it right and you have done it correctly. Okay? But the moment you are in front of others, you get distracted. And you now, my name is Atul, so, okay. Atul, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Okay, so once again, if you said the word correctly one time, alone or whatever, it simply indicates there is nothing wrong with you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can say the word correctly. But if you begin stumbling in other situations, then you need to see why. Why are you stumbling? Maybe you are getting distracted from your speaking actions. Maybe you don't know how to move your tongue. And this is why you get distracted, because you're not focused on your speech skills. There's so many reasons why you may be distracted from saying the same word in the same way correctly. So many ways, so many reasons why you make mistakes. But the bottom line is, if you know how to move your tongue, you can do it anyway, in front of anyone. And here is a little example for you. If you know how to write the word, the same word, let me see your name, Siva. If you know how to write your name, S-I-V-A, you know how to move your hand, right? Now let me ask you a question. Can you write this word, make exactly the same movements of your hand when you are alone? Of course you can. You know it, right? Can you write the same word with the same movements of your hand when you are in front of others? Yes, you can. Why? Because you know. You know you have a muscle memory of your hand. No matter where you are, no matter how much you're going to be distracted, you can always come back and continue making exactly the same movements of your hand. Please understand. So, any other questions, guys? Because I'm gonna do my way of speaking, okay? So I'm wrote. My way of speaking is very fast. How can I control myself? You can't control yourself until you learn what is it that you need to do when you speak. You can't. How can you control? Let me ask you a question. Let's imagine I am, okay, there's no way, no reason to imagine. I am a 62-year-old woman and I have no idea how to fly a helicopter. I don't know how to fly a helicopter. But what will happen if I get in the helicopter and begin quickly, fast, moving parts of the helicopter, the wheel, pushing the buttons? And someone will tell me, Anna, slow down. Will it help? Will it help for me to fly a helicopter? No, because whether I am fast or slow, I don't know what buttons to push, what direction the wheel to turn. I don't know. This is why it's impossible to control you from speaking too fast. Normal people, normal people who speak normally are never concerned about speaking slowly or quicker. They don't care about how quickly or slowly they speak. All people who speak normally are always focused on one thing: to say each word accurately and with ease. We don't like speaking if it's too difficult. Nah, we don't want to speak when it's difficult. All we need is to speak with pleasure and ease. That's what we are, humans. And the same is for doing anything else. Whatever we are doing, if we are writing, we're not gonna like writing if it's too difficult. Yeah, this is why little kids, when they begin learning, parents have to stand like them, write it again, write it again. This is not handwriting. I said, write this letter again, right? That's what your parents did when you were learning to write. I hope they did it. But they didn't do exactly the same when you were learning to speak, unfortunately. Okay? Okay, guys, I have no idea if I'm going to have the meeting, but it is scheduled. So I don't know whether I'm going to have to hang up with you or not. Anyway, so I've been on air 52 minutes anyway. Okay, Mahmoud asked me, does tongue usage after learning the ideal is effective in all stuttering people, or it is not appropriate for hundreds of them? Listen, Mahmoud, is your tongue any different from mine? The same, but we may use it differently. It's exactly the same. It's the instrument that God gave us. The same instrument. The moment you learn how to move your hand, it doesn't matter whether your hand big, small. You know, some people even hold the pen like this, but they're still writing. Some people are doing with the left hand. Some people I've seen holding the pen like this. They're still writing because this is the instrument. Okay? Yes, Osama. Lots of love to you guys. I have a meeting scheduled, individual meeting I have to attend. Hopefully the person will come. By the way, here is the website, livestutterfree.info. Watch the webinar. I really recommend watch the webinar from start to finish. I don't create anything if it's not helping people. Okay? I recommend you watch it. Then schedule the free 45-minute Zoom call with me. If your country doesn't support Zoom, then write a request to me through Skype, through whatever, Instagram, anywhere, okay? I can see you on other social media platforms, okay? And then I will explain to you in details what you can and need to do to fix your speech. Not someday when you feel comfortable, when you are ready, today, when you are struggling, when you are living your life. If you want to fix it, then you need to take actions today, not even tomorrow, today. Okay? So lots of love to you, and hopefully I'm going to have time to come live next Sunday. Love you all. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Instagram. And now. And goodbye, my dear friends on Facebook and YouTube.